And he was looking at which one is the prophet. So he was sitting among them very humble. Not nowadays. If somebody memorized the Holy Quran, he put this red imama at the top of his head, special hat. And he walk among people like this, showing off. Who are we? So when we look at the prophets, messenger, we see them in a different way. We look at human being. What was the difference? The way they received this knowledge and education was something special. They have looked at everything in this life as nothing. إن الدنيا لا تزن عند الله جناح بعوض. The whole universe wouldn't weigh as a wings of a mosquito. And if it does, Allah will not give a sip of water from this life to an unbeliever. This is the hadith of the Prophet. What we are talking about today is something very dangerous that brought human being in such way with the human ego, pride, self-centeredness. So we need to think about how we educate our kids. And if you were raised wrong, how do you correct yourself? Three words may destroy people. The first one is, I am better than him. أنا خير منه. And that destroyed Iblis, لعنه الله, the devil, Satan. When Allah commanded him to prostrate before Adam, he said, I am better than him. I disobey you because I am better than him. He used his logic and disobey Allah. The second word is, I have acquired such and such because of my knowledge, because of my power. I have earned this and this because of my power. Haven't you seen idiots became president, ministers, king? We have seen that. So it doesn't mean that you got this position, you got this money because of your intellect. Because history proves the other way. History proves that An-Namrud, the uncle of Ibrahim alayhi salam, He was arrogant and he deserved to die because of mosquito went to through his nose and made him insane till he died. He used to hit himself with the shoes, with his shoes. And there is one king in Egypt, he used to do that till he passed away. They used to call, he used to call his servant and ask them to hit him with their shoes. This is a very critical issue that we have to think about. Who are we? We came from dirt and we'll go back to dirt. From the earth and from the semen, attach it to the eggs, become an embryo, and then you came out of the womb of your mother from a dirty part, as you understand. And then Allah honored with Islam, with knowledge. There is a king at olden time. He was walking among his soldiers, riding his horse. And Imam al-Hassan al-Basri was crossing the street. And then he wanted the Imam to stop so he would walk. The Imam continued. And then the king told him, don't you know who am I? He said, yes. You came from dirt and then you will be ended in the dirt, in the cup. So this is the reality. Everybody should admit that. Everybody should admit that one day or another he will go back to the ground to be rotten. So why we have such ego? For what reason? Are you better than the messengers and the prophets of Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala? Those selected people, we are not. And how much do you acquire in your life? Knowledge from Allah, money from Allah, your appearance from Allah, the way you were created from Allah, your health from Allah. What do you have? Everything you own in your life, it is not yours. It is Allah. Refer that to the, the king of all the king, the creator, the owner of everything. Everything belongs to him. So the first word is Ana, I am. And the second word is I have acquired this because of my knowledge or my power. And the third one, أليس لي ملك مصر. My kingdom belongs to me. Belongs to me. Who are you? Look at kings, presidents who survived long time. And then they faced the final destination, which is death. And they passed away. They were gone. How many in every country? You got layers of layers of layers, layers of people. Billions. They lived and they passed away. So the corruption we have in this life because of misunderstanding of ourselves, misunderstanding of who we are. And the best people understood that were the messengers and there are three levels of knowledge, or maybe more than that. The knowledge about your body and the desire attached to it. And then the knowledge about your brain, your intellectuality, and how to use it. And then knowledge about your spirit, your soul, and how to elevate it. So there are people who lives corner themselves in their body, desire, pride, till they die. So they function during this life based on what they have, their hands, their face, their foot, their body. Higher than that, people who are intellectual, they use their brain, read and write, think. The higher than that is spirituality. And then from the last level, there are selected people who can see the reality while they are in this life. So I hope I can meet you at some point to explain why I'm interested in this subject. I'm interested in this subject today because the majority of people are insane. The way they raise their kids, the way they raise themselves, the way they spend their time, the way they understand life, the way they interact with everything in this life. And finally, they will be gone. Unfortunately, And if you ask them when they are gone, they wish to live 1 hour in this life. رب ارجعون. Return me back to spend 1 hour so I can do good. How many hours do you have now? Many hours. And instead to focus on the truth and the reality, you make yourself busy with your friends, with your kids, with this, with this, with this. But don't forget that everything will be gone and you will be gone. When people will arrive to their graveyard, Allah will say, they have left you alone. No one will help you but Allah, because Allah is the everlasting. He will never die. Can you find somebody in this life never die? Find me one. Everything will be vanished. So this words, Ana, I am, me, I own this, I own that, or I have acquired such and such because of my knowledge. I have gained this position because of my intellectuality, because of I'm smart, I'm a skilled person. We have to go beyond that. We have to fight our ego. As if you see something that affect your life. Imam Ibn Qayyim said that a nafs like a mountain, and your way of life is to climb the mountain of your nafs. And every time you climb up, there is something will push you back. And then you try again. And you think that, oh, I am in the first steps. I am in the middle of my way. And there is something at the top of the mountain of your nafs. And he is the shaitan, the devil, calling you. You can't climb your nafs. You are weak. You can't quit cigarettes. You can't quit watching television, wasting your time with the internet. You can't quit looking at the other gender and calling them and flirting with them. There is something to convince you that you cannot climb the mountain of goodness. But the successful person is the one who reaches to the top of the mountain. Because if you reach there, the devil will disappear, will vanish, will go away, screaming because he lost you. Because you are among righteous and sincere people. Don't you think this is a good battle that you should satisfied with yourself, to purify your nafs from all the desire, from the pride, and be humble. I want you to watch some talks on the television or on the TV. The way people, the way people move their head can give you a sign, an indication that he's an arrogant person. She's an arrogant woman. And arrogancy produces lies. So we have a difficult situation in the whole world because of people who act in such way. Not humble, arrogant, having a pride about themselves. So we need to think about it. Are you among them? I'm sorry, I got a call. Are you among them? Do you speak in such a way? How is your body language? How is your facial expression? If you memorize the Holy Quran, if you memorize Hadith of the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, and this is the best knowledge, by the way, the best knowledge you can have is the knowledge about Allah. You can put the knowledge into two categories: knowledge about Allah and knowledge about His creation. So this is the best knowledge. If Allah give you such knowledge, are you going to show off? And when you recite the Holy Quran, you listen to yourself. Do you see yourself? Or you try to humble yourself? Someone may ask me, how can I humble? You do one thing. Think about that. Everything comes from Allah. You refer everything to Allah. Think about yourself when you live this life with nothing. This will make you humble. Because I own nothing. Even I don't have the power to sustain my body and to live forever. Allah is the only owner. Allah owns ourselves, our body, everything. So I want you to circulate this message among yourself, with your family, and try to calm down. Try to humble yourself. And the way you speak to people, don't move your head and your nose like this. Try to humble yourself. Allah is watching you. You cannot do this in His universe. Try to find somewhere else. You agree with me? Try to find somewhere else, another universe, and you show your arrogance. Can you do so? I heard that the answer is never. We are under His universe, under His control, under His watch. La ilaha illallah. Allah is watching us. Allah is going to take my soul at any time. Call it, and you're done. So I have nothing, no ego to have a pride about. So the answer is I cannot go somewhere else without Allah is watching me. Every place I go, I am under His watch. He can see me at any. He can see you. Because of that, humble yourself. We need to humble ourselves. And everything we do during our life will be recorded against us or to support us thereafter. I know this is a touchy topic. People may not think about it this way before, but it affects human life. It can spread corruption because of arrogance, because of pride, because of self-centeredness. And the majority of people are among this category. Even among Muslims, they memorize the Holy Quran, they speak about hadith, they speak about this, they speak about that. But the majority of them do not abide by the rules and the philosophy, the reality of this world. Let me take you back to what I have started with. When you look at the messenger and the prophets, you will find Allah Ta'ala give them something amazing. They had miracles, something supernatural, even though it was nothing for them. It, it didn't let them to have such pride and arrogance. And look at Sulaiman alayhi salam. He could speak to the bird, to the animal, and control jinn. And the castle, the throne of Balkis, was transferred to him within a blink of eye. أنا آتيك به قبل أن يرتد إليك طرفك. Superpower. Even though he was very humble, asking Allah for forgiveness. Subhanallah. So these are the victorious people. These are the best people. They were human, but with no arrogance, no pride. Only Abdullah, the servant of Allah, obedience to Allah. They fulfilled their duty. They have practiced Iman, faith, as Allah Ta'ala wants them to, so that they deserve this status to be His selected. Can we take examples and follow in our life? Yes. Can we reestablish a new strategy for the rest of our life? Yes. Is it too late? No, it's not too late. Even if you have a day to live, or a week, or a month, it is not too late. We have to live the reality. This life will be end one day or another. I am seeing this thing and I ask Allah for things. Inshallah, if you have something to say,